We've done a lot of stories about glyphosate and Monsanto and pesticides, and it's easy to kind of glaze over and be like, oh, I know, we've talked about this before. But this is significant. The state of California, its Environmental Protection Agency, has decided to list the chemical glyphosate as a chemical known to cause cancer. Glyphosate is the main ingredient in the pesticide Roundup that is manufactured by Monsanto. It's also used in other brands of pesticides. It is the major pesticide that goes on most of the crops in this country, 250 million pounds of it. And this is going into our food. And now, California Environmental Protection Agency, they're actually called the California Office of Environmental Health Hazard Assessment. They have decided, because it is required of them due to Proposition 65 in California, that they must list chemicals known to cause cancer. And so, because of recent studies that have come out and recent research indicating that glyphosate may cause cancer, they now have to list it on their list, and the state of California is on the record as listing the #1 pesticide is known to cause cancer.
So what are Monsanto going to have to say about this? And are they going to contest this?
Well, of course.
For the findings?
Monsanto all along has said it's completely safe. There's nothing wrong with it. It does not cause cancer. There is a period up until October 5th where public comments are welcome by this agency who want to disagree with their putting this on there. They've basically made it known that they intend to put this on the list and that the people can comment until October 5th, and Monsanto and its representatives will be among those people commenting, but they will have to basically contend with all the studies that have come indicating that there's reason to call it as it is.
Right, and the World Health Organization have been saying that the links between this chemical and cancer have been likely and possible for a number of months now, a number of years. So this isn't, as you said, it's not coming out of the blue.
No, it's not out of the blue. And like I said, we've talked about it a lot here. And this is why it's important to know what you're eating, because this is going on all crops, essentially, that are being grown in the United States. And if you're not buying food that's organic, you're buying food that has this on it. It's going into the food. Not just going into the food, you could avoid eating these foods altogether and still be subjected to it because it's running off into our water supply. And so even in the water supply, you're being subjected to it.
I mean, this would cause a complete catastrophe for Monsanto, because I can see the lawsuits ensuing, the class action lawsuits against them ensuing if it's proven that there is a direct causal link between their product and cancer.
And their entire, it's easy to glaze over when you start hearing about GMOs, but the entire reason Monsanto is manufacturing genetically modified crops is that so that they can withstand the glyphosate. That's the whole reason they're modified, is so that they can live being subjected to chemicals that all the other plants die from.
Right.
That's what it comes down to. That's the reason there are GMO crops, so that they can withstand being subjected to this poison. And so we unfortunately aren't genetically modified to withstand it. We're humans, and so we're subjected to it. California now says this is going on a list of chemicals known to cause cancer. This is why it's important. We're not just talking in circles about this. Monsanto will come out with all kinds of PR to talk this down, but the fact of the matter is, very large agricultural state of California has now listed the largest used pesticide as being known to cause cancer. What do you think of that? Let us know, and thanks for subscribing to the Lip TV.